But Derrick Henry in the same backfield as Lamar Jackson is obviously something you would piece together in a Madden game. And now the Baltimore Ravens are going to be doing it every single week over there.
It was always the Ravens who had him in their sights. It was really just a matter of waiting until he got free, waiting until he was ready to move on from the Titans, which certainly he did, saying a very nice goodbye at the end of the season.
In this 2024 NFL season, it's almost impossible not to like the revamped Baltimore Ravens, and we're going to talk about it because I believe this can be one of the best offenses in the NFL this season. We're going to dive deep into some of the offseason moves they made from the draft and free agent signings. So if you're a Baltimore Ravens fan, please be sure to subscribe to the channel as I will continue to produce more Baltimore Ravens videos during the season. Also, be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed the video and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on any content in the future. Now, let's get into it. Before we talk about the new additions though, let me give you guys a quick rundown of the Ravens season last year. So the Ravens had a strong regular season, finishing with a solid record that made them very competitive in the AFC. Their offense, led by two-time MVP quarterback Lamar Jackson, continued to be a major strength, with Jackson showcasing his dual threat capabilities in a new offense under Todd Monken. The team's defense, anchored by standout players like Roquan Smith and Marlon Humphrey, were also effective in stifling opponents and was one of the scariest defensive units in the league. The Ravens made it to the playoffs like they always do, but this time they made it all the way to the AFC Championship game after defeating a young Houston Texans team in the divisional round. Unfortunately, they had a tough task on their hand when they had to face the Kansas City Chiefs in the championship game, where they lost a tight game 17-10. Many questioned the Ravens' play calling that game, as they were one of the top rushing teams in the regular season but barely ran the ball during that game. Well, this season it looks like they'll be forced to run the ball more after making a splash in the free agency, signing former Titans running back Derrick Henry. In my opinion, Derrick Henry was one of the best offseason moves made by any team this offseason, and pairing him up with Lamar Jackson will only give opposing teams' defenses nightmares. Derrick Henry, who is now in his 9th year in the NFL at age 30, still has a lot left in the tank, and putting him on a Super Bowl contender like the Ravens will make the playoffs even more exciting once they get there, because I believe they will win the division. Henry is coming off a season where he led the league in total rush attempts for a whopping 4.2 yards per carry. Many believe that Derrick Henry has declined since his back-to-back monster years in 2019 and 2020, where he rushed for league highs 1,540 yards and 2,027 yards, where he led the league in attempts both years. I would say that this is far from the truth. Over the years, as the Titans slowly became worse and worse offensively, especially after the A.J. Brown trade, teams started to realize that nobody else on their offense was capable of beating them besides Derrick Henry. So what did they do in their game plans? Well, they stacked the box, and you can see why the numbers aren't as good as they were before. Putting Derrick Henry in this Ravens offense though will definitely keep defenses guessing, not only because Lamar Jackson can beat you with his legs as well, but the Ravens have capable pass catchers on the outside who can make plays. I love this move. I gave it an A+, and if Keaton Mitchell can come back fairly soon and give the kind of juice he provided last year, this can be a great thunder-lightning combo in the backfield, kind of like Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard not too long ago with the Dallas Cowboys. I do want to talk about some of the other areas of the team, beginning with the defense. Obviously, Mike Macdonald departed to become the head coach for the Seattle Seahawks, but I don't think this loss would be as big as it sounds like. One of the main things that make the Ravens organization special is that they are a tough organization who prioritizes defense and physicality. There are still enough pieces on the defense where I wouldn't be concerned that the defense will take a dip, especially because they have Roquan Smith, who is not only one of the best linebackers in the league, but he is the leader and the heart and soul of this unit. The defense will be fine. The Ravens also drafted cornerback Nate Wiggins from Clemson in this year's draft, who is one of the best elite cover corners to come out this year. This move will help bolster the secondary. When you look at the offense, the Ravens did lose a few starters on the offensive line. Morgan Moses and Kevin Zeitler to be exact. They traded Morgan Moses to the Jets, who were in desperate need of offensive line help, and they just let Zeitler walk in free agency. Those guys were great in what they provided for the team, but in the draft, the Ravens added tackle Roger Rosengarten in the second round, who I really like. Standing at 6'6", 300 pounds, I gave the grade a B+, because even though I would say he needs to get a bit stronger, he has great athleticism for his size and is very aggressive on the point of attack. In the 7th round, they also drafted guard Nick Samick from Michigan State. This guy was probably one of the best run blockers in the entire draft, if not the best run blocker, sitting at 6'4", 305 pounds. He was a steal where they got him. He also has plenty of experience, so he has the potential to even be a plug-and-play guy. Clearly, the Ravens had a plan and replaced both guys on the offensive line to help shore it up so Lamar can stay protected. All the skill players remain the same for the most part. Andrews is coming into the season healthy, which is great news, and we get to see year 2 of Zay Flowers. This receiving core should only get better in the second season under this offense. If you guys enjoyed the video, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and leave a like as well. Also, let me know in the comment section what you guys think of the 2024 Baltimore Ravens, and let me know if you think whether they have a legitimate chance to win the Super Bowl or not. Week 1, they will be facing the Kansas City Chiefs, which, you know, they're obviously the defending champions. But whether they win or lose this game, I believe they're still Super Bowl contenders and they will win the division. Thank you guys for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one.